From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I'm Jonathan Ambarian in Helena. Montana's minimum wage is about to make one of its biggest jumps in years. I'll let you know what's behind the large increase.
From efforts to curb COVID-19 to a tragic beachfront condo collapse to billionaires in space. I'm Michael George with a look back at the biggest stories that made national headlines in 2021.
Good morning, Southwest Montana, 6:31. Now the roads are looking a little shiny as the snow slightly falls.
Yeah, it's nothing real heavy. Remember, when this air is as cold as it is, it doesn't hold as much moisture, so it's usually a nice fine snow. That doesn't mean it won't be trouble for area commuters, but everything is pretty light at this point. We don't expect to see a lot of accumulation for the first part of the day. Daytime temperatures, not much different from what we're seeing now. Single digits for most. We may actually see a couple of areas into the double digits. The warmest part of the day has already hit us, and at this point I expect to see spotty snow showers, especially in the mountains and mountain passes in western and southwestern Montana for the day. Day planner calling for daytime highs into the single digits for Bozeman, low to mid double digits in Butte, but again, temperatures remain cold and we're not done yet. We'll talk about that and the potential of snow in just a few minutes.
Awesome. See you in a bit. Well, avalanche watchers say snow conditions on mountain ranges around our region have the same structure and loading patterns as a deadly avalanche that happened near Cook City on Monday. The Gallatin National Forest Avalanche Center says around Cook City and West Yellowstone and the southern Madison and southern Gallatin ranges, the danger is considerable on wind-loaded slopes and moderate on all others. The Avalanche Center says you can ride and ski safely right now, but you should watch the terrain and check the incline and slope angles frequently. As we told you yesterday, 2 snowmobilers died in an avalanche on Monday near Scotch Bonnet Mountain north of Cook City. And this recent cold snap is a challenge for everyone, but it can be especially dangerous for our furry loved ones. Here's MTN's Alina Howder with some important reminders.
Like humans, animals are vulnerable to the cold winter weather. It's important to remember these tips to keep your pets safe from the frigid temperatures and what you should do if you see an animal in distress.
They're cute and cuddly, but your pets don't know if it's too cold outside. It's up to humans to keep them safe. Dr. Edie Best at Billings Animal Family Hospital has seen what the cold can do to pets.
You know, we see rarely, but sometimes like frostbite, tips of the ears, sometimes feet.
It's not just the cold that can harm your pet either.
We see a lot of sometimes irritated pads from snowballs getting stuck in there, frozen in their pads, you know, from being out, and sore feet sometimes from the salt on the road.
Dr. Best says limiting pet time outside will prevent your animal from getting hypothermia, frostbite, or sore feet from road salt.
Biggest thing is water, making sure they have thawed water, and then shelter from the wind.
If you see an animal in distress, Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter Executive Director Trinity Chavez recommends calling Animal Control. There are 2 departments, Billings Police Animal Control as well as Yellowstone County Animal Control. Trinity sees about 50 to 60 animals dropped off at her shelter during the winter. There are steps you can take to prevent animals from getting lost.
Obviously, spaying and neutering your animals makes a difference because they're not off looking for a mate.
And if your pet does get lost,
we just always tell people microchip and ID tag your pets. A lot of people in the community will find a lost pet, and if it has an ID tag, they'll just work directly with you as the owner to try to get it back to you.
That way, pedestrians or animal shelters can identify your pet and get it back to you as quickly as possible. In Billings, Alina Howder, MTN News.
Well, right now, Montana's minimum wage sits at $8.75 an hour, but come this Saturday, that's all going to change. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian has more.
In 2007, a voter-approved initiative took effect in Montana that adjusts the minimum wage every year to account for inflation. Since that time, the minimum wage has never increased as much in a single step as it's about to on January 1st. The 45-cent increase at the start of 2022 compares to a 10-cent increase this year, a 15-cent jump in 2020, and a 20-cent increase in 2019. In September, Montana Commissioner of Labor and Industry Lori Esau confirmed the minimum wage would rise to $9.20 an hour. In her announcement letter, she said the reason for the larger increase is higher inflation. Montana's minimum wage is indexed to the Federal Consumer Price Index, which rose more than 5% from August 2020 to August August 2021. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, a wide variety of items are more expensive than a year ago. But gas and other energy prices, along with vehicles, are particularly driving the rising index. Montana leaders estimate almost 9,700 people in the state earned the current minimum wage or less in 2020. Most of them worked in service occupations, particularly restaurants and retail stores. While this is the largest single jump in Montana's minimum wage since 2007, it's not the most it's increased in a year. In 2009, the wage rose by 35 cents an hour in January, and then another 35 cents in July when the federal minimum wage was increased. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
Well, in 2021, the country watched new variants hamper efforts to fight the coronavirus pandemic. Top athletes step away from competition and billionaires race into space. CBS's Michael George looks back at the year that was.
More people in the U.S. died from COVID-19 in 2021 than 2020, driven in part by the highly contagious Delta variant.
If you're not vaccinated, I'll tell you flat out, you're a fool.
Vaccines became widely available, but hesitancy remained. By mid-December, about 20% of eligible Americans still hadn't gotten a first shot.
I want to give my condolences to the Floyd family.
Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was sentenced in June, months after a jury convicted him of the 2020 murder of George Floyd. During the trial, there was another police-involved killing of a black man in nearby Brooklyn Center, Minnesota.
Not guilty.
A Wisconsin jury found Kyle Rittenhouse not guilty for fatally shooting 2 men and wounding a third during a night of violent protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
I didn't do anything wrong. I defended myself.
2 weeks later, a jury in Georgia convicted 3 white men of murdering Ahmaud Arbery as he jogged through their neighborhood in 2020. In June, a condo building in Surfside, Florida partially collapsed, killing 98 people. And in November, 10 people died during a crowd stampede at Houston's Astroworld Music Festival. Later that month, a driver plowed his SUV through a Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin, killing 6 people. The nation once again reeled from mass shootings, including the deadly Atlanta area spa shootings that shed a light on hate crimes targeting Asian Americans, and a school shooting in Oxford, Michigan left 4 students dead. The alleged gunman and his parents are facing charges. From a crippling Arctic blast in Texas to massive wildfires out west to deadly tornadoes in the heartland, the U.S. faced more extreme weather. Hurricane Ida hit Louisiana as the most powerful storm since Katrina. Then its remnants brought flooding and destruction to the northeast.
We've been fighting all morning.
The disappearance of 22-year-old Gabby Petito and manhunt for her fiancé Brian Laundrie gripped the nation. Autopsies revealed she was strangled. He died by suicide. Bill Cosby returned home from prison after Pennsylvania's Supreme Court threw out his 2018 sexual assault conviction. And a federal jury convicted R&B superstar R. Kelly of sex trafficking and racketeering after facing accusations for decades. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo resigned in August following a sexual harassment investigation. Tennis star Naomi Osaka and gymnast Simone Biles raised awareness about mental health issues in the sports world. And 2021 was out of this world for billionaires Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson as they raced into space. Along for the ride, Star Trek icon William Shatner.
It's extraordinary,
Who boldly went where no 90-year-old has ever gone before. Michael George, CBS News.
Talk about a year. Well, if you bought a Montana Millionaire ticket, listen up. These are the winning numbers. First one is 233771 and 100451. This year, for the first time, the event had 2 grand prizes instead of just $1 million prize. Tickets for the Montana Millionaire drawing sold out in a record-setting 6 days. Sales started Monday, November 1st, and the last of 250,000 tickets were sold on Saturday, November 6th. Tickets were $20 each and were sold at most convenience stores, gas stations, and grocery stores. Lottery officials say that this was one of the highlights of their year.
It really is fun. I mean, today's a fun day, knowing that out there's 2 Montanans who are $1 million richer than they were yesterday. And then the day they come in to claim, that's a fun day, because you see how it makes a difference in somebody's life. It's always a great day.
And there were also 2 early bird prizes, one announced on November 26th for $25,000 and one around December 17th for $15,000. Both of those winning tickets were sold in Billings. Unfortunately, it didn't have either of those numbers.